So, within the next, I don't know how long, um, I'm going to be releasing a bunch of videos. These videos will be on CSP. Not only will they just be on CSP, they will be on learning it the easy way. Now, while in most cases, an easy way of learning something is not always a good way of learning something, that is still true to an extent with this way of learning. This is how I've been learning it. I'm not quite done, and I don't know if I ever will be, just because I'm kind of lazy about it. And I don't get parody enough that it doesn't really affect me, to the point where I actually am forgetting quite a few parody algs frequently. And okay, so basically, what makes this easy is after you know full cube shape, you will not have to learn a whole another set of however many cube shape algs. I think they're like 90 or 100 cube shape algs. So you only have to learn half of the algs basically. So well, this kind of seems like you wouldn't be doing it that well because you're only learning half the algs. The rest of it you're kind of doing on the spot. And while yes, that's true, you can always go back and learn the algs. This is just a way to push you, get you going faster. And in many cases, these intuitive solutions are really good algs actually. So, for example, this scalp. The intuitive solution is the optimal solution to affect parity. Stuff like that. So that's basically what you have to do. You do want to make sure that your algs for regular cube shape are pretty good before moving on. That being said, even if you do scallop, not scallop kite. Scallop kite is pretty easy to influence parity. If you can kind of just go like that to change parity, and now there will be parity. I know you couldn't really see what I was doing. That's kind of besides the point right now. The point is, these videos will be coming out. I do have a knack to tend to over-explain and go on and on and on and on, like I am right now. And because of that, I don't want to release an hour-long video that no one will watch. I'd rather release it in parts that are much smaller, that people can watch a bit a day, so that they don't. Because if you're already trying to learn it the easy way, that means that you're not really going. You can't just sit down for like an hour and learn all of CSP or something like that. Yeah. So I guess since I'm only at 3 minutes, only 3.5, I guess. I'm going to basically briefly explain CSP and the sort. So, CSP is where you solve parity during cube shape. So this is fist. Actually, let's show a better example. This is paw. And in order to, so we would do our CSP, either tracing or Kale's method. I only know tracing, but Kale's method supposedly is faster. You do your tracing, you'd find out this has either an even or odd number of cycles, and depending on your reference scheme, that would mean that you would do a certain alg. So in this case, I'd go like that. Pretty easy. If we had a different case, we would do a different alg. That alg would have been one slice longer in that case. So we're using one slice, or we're adding a slice, or sometimes not even adding any slices. I think you shouldn't add more than 2 in most cases. And you're getting rid of parity, which is extra long. Now, how does parity work in square one? Parity is just an odd number of swaps. So in this case, one swap right here. in order to solve parity, what we're doing is we're going out of cube shape, and then we're solving the puzzle again. That's what the alg does. It goes out of cube shape and solves the puzzle again. I think maybe it might do... No, it doesn't. Yeah, some algs you might have to, for some parity algs might have you doing some solving before, some of them, it just depends. So, why does this happen? Well, parity can only happen outside of cube shape, which is why it's perfect to solve it outside of cube shape. When you're solving, when you're doing a slice and you keep it in cube shape, you're always misaligning. And when you're doing that, you're always doing 4 swaps. You're swapping this corner and this corner. Let me just put it this way. This corner and this corner. This edge and this edge. This corner and this corner. And this edge and this edge. No, this edge. Anyways, it's 4 swaps. And that's an even number of swaps every time. There will always be an even number of swaps. An even number plus an even number plus an even number, however many times. If you're just adding even numbers, it'll always be even. So how can we get an odd number of swaps if we're only doing an even number of swaps? You can't. So what we do is we take it outside of cube shape. That's not a good example. So something like scallop, and we will do this 3 cycle. So, well, there's 3 swaps. So these 3 pieces swapping with these 3 pieces. So you cannot see that though. These 3 that I'm touching. And you'll do that. You'll do a swap, solve. And that will, that'll solve parity. Had we not done that, we would not have. Yeah. So we need an odd number of swaps. Since we have these corner pieces and these edge pieces, corner and edges, we can get different kinds of swaps. Sometimes our solutions, we won't see those 3 swaps, like what I showed with scallop kite. We're at 7 minutes now. So basically, the idea of CSP is we determine if there's an odd or even number of swaps, and we do an alg depending on if it's an even or odd number of swaps, and we will not have parity. That's the basic premise.